זה בשבילנו המוסר הגדול ביותר. לדעת יותר ויותר ויותר, ועם הידיעה לצרף את זה, לחבר את זה מיד עם המעשה.
His mechitza, to be in his company, it was like a Radin embassy. It was like wherever he was, you felt that you were back with Shmuel David, back with the Beis Aaron, back with the Chaim, and you felt connected.
You used to feel like you're walking in the homes. He lived them, Mir, all the great yeshivas of Europe. He was our last connection. And when he went, I feel that everything went.
Rav Walkin was an eclectic person. You could find that he was carrying with him the Likutei Eitzos from Rabbi Nachman, and another time you would see him, well, very often you would see him, with the Chachma Umusar from the Alter from Kelm.
One day, he made us a tea called ginseng tea. I happen to know that ginseng tea is a Chinese tea. I didn't know if he knew that. So I thought I'd offer my wisdom. And I said to him, does the Rav know that this is Chinese tea? This tea is Chinese? And I will never forget it. He looked at me and said, I'm Chinese. And then he started to tell me about his Masorah, Shanghai, the Mir, the whole thing. And it was transformational. When he spoke to you about it, he was like a bridge. He could bring you into that whole world. I almost felt like the Mir Yeshiva, they went from Europe to Russia, to Japan, to Shanghai, and then to America. And he kind of took you on the reverse route. He took you back through America, Shanghai, until you're back in Europe.
He would be able to speak to the greatest person and have all his attention, and they would feel so warm and close to him, and also to the youngest person, the person that's very far away from Torah mitzvahs. On the one hand, Rav Shach, when we're coming to him, he'll stand up and take every word that he said so seriously. On the other hand, a little child would feel so close to the משגיח and miss him.
פעם שאלתי אותו, מה יסודו של כל החינוך? ואז הדברים היו כל כך ברורים אצלו, ואמר, ידידות עם הילד.
We adored him. We loved him. And it would be hard to say, did we love him more or respect him more? Or did we respect him more or love him more? But the word adore is the one that comes to mind. And I think that one of the reasons that we felt that way was because that's the way he felt about us.
In my first winter's man in yeshiva, we were learning together second Seder every day. And without exaggeration, that second Seder put me on my feet for yeshiva, and probably from then on.
The first time we went to see yeshivas, so one of the yeshivas we went to meet was the yeshiva of Rabbi Walkin. And I remember, it's like today, this warmth. And he said, if you have any feel a need to come, you can come and we'll have coffee and we'll eat some cake. And it was sincere. It wasn't just like a feel good. It was a real message. And I told myself right away, this is the yeshiva I'm going to. Such a warmth at first.
There was a lot in the yeshiva that I had issues with, and I came and told him all about it. He took it all in. And he heard me out, he heard everything, and he said to me, I remember he's sitting at the head of the table, he said, there's no such thing as a perfect yeshiva, but there's a lot of good in the yeshiva. Find the good, focus on it, and you'll do well.
He presented me with a sefer. It was this sefer, Alei Shor, which you see, this is the copy. It's been used. And when he gave it to me, he said, all you have to do is do everything that it says in there, and everything will be fine.
One day, Rabbi Walkin comes over to me and he says, how is it going with the chavrusas? I told him, really, I'll tell you the truth, the first Seder is not doing so well. He said, really? So he sat down next to me and we started learning. And from then on, we were first Seder chavrusas. He made me feel very proud, and I feel like my life changed since I met him, and I got a closer, a warmer feeling towards learning and becoming a real Ben Torah.
I remember when he said shir, he would sit at the end of the table, and I often did what I could to sit immediately in the chair to his right. Why? Because as he was saying shir, he would periodically reach out his hand and he would grab and hold the hand of whoever was sitting next to him, in particular on the right-hand side. Now, I was a grown man. For a time, I was even married at the time. And I wanted to sit next to him because I wanted to feel him hold my hand.
He felt every pain of every Jew. It doesn't matter where he was from. He would feel the pain of someone in Argentina, in New York, in Gibraltar, France.
It was Motzei Shabbat in the house of my brother-in-law. He was talking about, I think it was like Rabbi Akiva and Ha'olam Haya Shamem, and he was asking, why Ha'olam Haya Shamem? And he explained that it's Limud Torah and his Mesirat Torah. The Mesirat Torah should be by the Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva. And after that he started to sing Nafsheinu Chikso LaHashem. I used to sing also. So he started to realize that I didn't know this song. So he stopped and he told all the people there, I will teach you this song. And he started to sing, Nafsheinu chikso LaHashem, Ezreinu Magineinu. And he did with his hand like this, every single part of the song. For him it was very nice, it was special.
Bocher gave him a present, a sefer. So of course, Kedakrim Shabachrim, does he have it already? Was I zocher to? So he asked. He says the Mashgiach has the sefer. I'm pretty sure there's grounds to say no, or Feisvasan, and it's Midake Shalom or whatever. He didn't say that. He said, I do have it, but now that you've given me the sefer, I will use only yours. And that did so much more. It's like, Yofi Shel Tshuva.
When I would see the Mashgiach and the Rebbetzin interacting, it's hard to describe it. I never in my life saw such a thing. True respect, true love, in the deeper sense. They would speak without words. The Mesius Nefesh that the Rebbetzin had for the Mashgiach is incredible, and that's something that I'll always take with me.
Whenever he wrote, even in a sefer that he gave to me the last time we met, he made an inscription, and he had beautiful handwriting, and he always wrote with a fountain pen. It was a beautiful fountain pen, and it was beautiful handwriting, and nowadays, that is a lost art. But the attention to detail and the beauty of the communication was something that he did in what he wrote, and it was also communicated very much so in terms of how he spoke to us as individuals and how he disseminated Torah and Musar in his shiurim.
The way that he was, we can be that way. Maybe not to the same degree. Sometimes you hear about an Adam Gadol and you think, well, okay, he's an Adam Gadol, but that's where it ends. But here, you hear every story that you hear about him, you say, I can do that. I'm not him, not to the same degree, but at least in the same direction.
He would always tell the Bachim, you have to be proud of who you are. You have to be proud from the community you come from your forefathers, your minhagim. And even he had many people that they came from homes that were far from Torah mitzvahs. But he always found good things about their parents, that they should look up to their parents, even if they weren't from. So your parents are for sure good people. They have special things inside them. Think about it and look up to them.
I said to Rabbi Walkin, I brought you a couple of things. One is my son to meet. And secondly, I brought you a sefer on chinuch that I was zocher to write. And here's my son, here's my sefer. Harei shalcha lefanecha. I said, it's all because of you.
היה סולם מוצב ארצה וראשו מגיע השמיימה. היה בעולם הזה, ידע לרדת לכל אחד, אמנם הוא היה למעלה, היה לו אצילות, רוממות, הוא היה מחבר בין שני העולמות, ידע לחבר בין שני העולמות. וזאת הייתה התורה המיוחדת שלו, שבה חינכת את עם ישראל.
Recently, I would come home, I remember always telling my wife that people don't understand who the Mashgiach is. And now I feel that I myself, I don't understand also. As much as I saw, as much as I felt, as much as I realized, something incredible. But it says, Zagor b'chaim, afu b'chaim. The Mashgiach has, he left children and grandchildren. Each one is a gem of a person. And they could keep on giving over what the Mashgiach gave us. He left lots of Talmidim. When his Torah is alive, so he's alive. The Mashgiach is always going to be alive with us in our hearts throughout our whole lives. We just have to keep on going his ways.
רבותיי, עבור ימים לא קלים. כמה דרכים מחובר עם החיבור עם הרב שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה שנזכה לאורך ימים ושנים להתחבר ולהיות יחד איתם בלימוד ובביקוש המוסר ובעליות השלמות.
למענך אלוהי עשה